This video will cover how to search for employers in FIPS and how to create records when necessary. An MA record will be used in this demonstration, however the process will be the same for all employer searches in FIPS. Please ensure you have read the Quick Start Guide as well as following the demonstration in this video. The employer search looks up a number of data sources to provide the best possible match based on the details input and to reduce the need to create new organisations. Users are required to search in different ways to maximise the results returned. To search for an employer in an application, click into the Employer Details tab. The Employer Search field will be displayed here. To search for an employer in an assignment, click into the Update Employer tab. To perform the initial search, click into the Employer field and type in the name of the organisation. As you input the details, a list of possible address options will appear. This interactive list is coming from the Royal Mail database. Disregard these results during the initial search and search using only the employer name. It should be noted that the interactive Royal Mail addresses that appear as you input information are not employer organisation records in FIPS. This list is coming from an external source and does not mean that a company with those details currently exists as an employer record in FIPS. You may see the employer details you require in the interactive results, but this may still mean you need to create this as a new employer record depending on the outcome of the searches. Once the employer name has been input, click on Search. Any results returned are current employer records that exist in FIPS. If the employer with the address you require is displayed, click on Select to attach it to the application or assignment. This will complete the employer search and no other action is required. If the employer you require is not returned in the results, the search can now be enhanced by including the interactive address results. To do this, amend the field to include part of the address. This could be town name, street name, postcode, or part of the town. To demonstrate this, Tesco Eden has been input in the employer search field, and a list of Tesco stores based in Edinburgh are displayed within the interactive results. Click on the relevant address if listed, then click on Search. This will update the search to look for any Tesco stores, including the address selected, that already exist in FIPS. In this example, Tesco at 59 Holyrood Road has been selected from the interactive results. When a result is clicked from the interactive results, the employer field will only show the employer name. The address details will not be displayed in the field, however the search term has been updated if an interactive result is selected. Results may be returned that have a close address but with a different organisation name, or results with a similar organisation name but in different locations. This is not an error with the search results. The results returned are for all aspects of the details input to maximise the number of results returned. If the company you require is displayed, click on Select to add it to the application or assignment, which would complete the employer search. At this point, if an organisation is returned that largely matches the one you require but contains out-of-date information, for example, address line 1 needs updated, select this from the results. Once selected, request via FIPS support that the employer record be amended to update the address rather than creating a duplicate record with the correct details. In this example, no exact match is returned, but other results based on the address details have been returned. As there is no result in FIPS for the employer required after performing the initial searches, the advanced search can now be used. Click on the Advanced Search button. Because the last search performed included an address from the interactive results, these address details will auto-populate within the Advanced Search window when it opens. The fields within this window can be edited if required. For example, if the street address that came from the interactive address set was not accurate, it could be amended here. Or if the employer name pulled through with their registered trading name, this can be changed to their known name prior to performing the advanced search to refine the results. Click on Search to search the external data source. When searching on Tesco at Holyrood Road in Edinburgh, a number of Edinburgh-based results are returned. As with the initial search, there may also be results returned with a different company name but similar address. This is not an error with the search. FIPS is returning all results based on the search parameters input. In this example, the organisation required is returned from the external source. It's listed as Tesco Stores Limited with the address required. To attach this employer to the application or assignment, click Select on the relevant result. The employer search is now complete. As previously mentioned, if a relevant result is returned but needs updated, select this and request the record is amended by FIPS support to change any out-of-date details rather than creating a duplicate employer record. Once selected, the employer organisation will be displayed within the employer field in the application or assignment, and the address details will be shown in the locked fields. We will now look at how to create an employer record once all those searches have been performed and no relevant result has been returned. If you have searched for an organisation using the 3 search methods covered in the video, initial search, enhanced search and advanced search, and the organisation you require has not been returned at any point, only at this stage should a new employer record be created. FIPS users should be aware that if they have previously created an employer record, it will be added to a bank of employer records that does not need to be created each time it gets added to an application or assignment for different participants. An employer only needs to be created once for it then to be returned in any later searches. Duplicate employer records should not be created when adding multiple participants that have the same employer to FIPS. This bank of employers can be accessed by all FIPS users and is not specific to the user or training provider that created the employer organisation. In this example, ASDA in Inverness has not been returned in any of the initial searches and can now be created as a new employer. This is the final solution as part of the employer search process. To create a new record based on the details input, ensure all address fields are accurate. The full address, including the postcode, must be completed accurately prior to creating a new employer. The other fields like website, email and phone number can be left blank. Once all the address fields are complete, click on Notify Missing Organisation. This will create a new employer record containing the organisation name and address input within the advanced search window. This will add the employer to the bank of employers in FIPS and will be displayed within the application or assignment for the participant. It will go to Skills Development Scotland for review to ensure it's accurate. At this stage, it can either be approved or rejected. The details created will be displayed within the employer fields. You can now move on to the next stage of inputting participant information, for example, the employer contact search. For any new employer records created, if claims are processed on the assignments when the employer record has not yet been approved, the claims will go to holding status on the payment plan. Once the employer details have been approved by Skills Development Scotland, the claims will automatically come off holding status and go to unconfirmed, ready for payment. Training providers are reminded to read the Quick Start Guide in full to ensure compliance with the organisation's search process in FIPS.